So the farmer used the compost. As you can see, there are leaves, all types of leaves. And this is corn. It's a cornfield. This is a steel plow. Maybe you don't know it. John Deere invented steel plow in 1837, and it was a game changer for American agriculture. Not only American agriculture, but the whole world. Prior to this, farmers were using wooden plows to till the soil, but these plows were not effective. They tended to break and to stuck in the thick mud. John Deere steel plow, on the other hand, could cut through the thick soil more easily. And this steel plow is impacting lives of many, millions and millions of people, especially in developing countries, including Africa. Most farmers, especially small farmers in developing countries, they are still using this plow. Let's hear from you, Mr. Samaita.
Okay, thank you very much for actually choosing me among all the other small-scale farmers.
Most of small farmers in developing countries, they cannot afford to get some of these machineries and tools that can be used in farming, such as tractors, harvesters, and other machineries that can be used. They are more expensive to them, so they rely on this steel plow.
To go by the advices from our that's right, from the weather report, and they were saying this year we might get below average, and as a result we were actually trying to look for the early maturity crops. Yes, so in order, if we get a short season, we'll be able to yield something, which was good. That was good advice. But unfortunately, just for this year in particular, we didn't get rain in time. Normally, we get our rain in November, end of November or mid-November, then December. But it was a different year this year.
Yes.
Up to Christmas, we were still expecting, we were looking up and saying, hey, God, when are we going to receive some rain here? And but answered our prayer. God answered our prayer. And as we got into January, we started having some rains. So we started planting in January, which I would say we were a month behind.
That's true.
We were a month behind. But the most challenges we are actually having is the inputs. We have been relying mostly from the presidential inputs when it comes to seeds and all that, fertilizers. But unfortunately, I think because of some challenges as well to the main supplier, which happened to be the government, they also, I understand, they must have some challenges. We didn't get into, we actually didn't get. We got few, the rest of the people didn't get. We were still expecting. So we actually had to, and we didn't have money to get those inputs. So as a result, we end up, looking everywhere, sometimes using this untreated maize seed to plant, because you can just sit and leave the year go or the season go while you are expecting something. So if it doesn't come, then what? So we end up doing that. So, which is quite a challenge to the harvest, which we'll be expecting. Otherwise, our soil, should you get everything in time, it's quite good soil. You can get a good harvest, even from a small sort of a hectare or even an acre, a small piece of land will give you a good results if you get everything in time.
As you can see, where I am standing right now, behind my back, there is a cornfield. Some call it corn, some call it maize. We call it maize in my country. I'm from Africa. That maize is there because of this steel plow. This farmer is using steel plow to do his job, to make sure that he is plowing so that he will get food for his family. And this tool is very easy to use. You need to relax when you are using it. Let's go and let's show our viewers what I am saying. Let's go, boys. Steel plow is very easy to use. You need to relax. Make sure you have confidence. Be confident enough to do this. You can use your... I'm confident enough to do this because this tool is very easy to use. I'm a woman, but I'm doing it because it's easy to use. More thanks to John Deere for inventing this effective tool, which is not expensive. Even those with little money, they can be able to buy this plow and they can use it to plow. They will get food. They can harvest. Come, follow. By saying follow, we are commanding our cows to follow the lane, the straight lane, so that we'll be able to plow more easily, like this. I'm very confident. I can do this. Now it's over 180 years when John Deere invented this plow, but it's still impact. It's still impacting the lives of many people in developing countries. We are still using it. If you can't buy a tractor, it doesn't mean you cannot eat with your family. You cannot you cannot harvest. You can harvest more and more foods, more and more maize because of this thing.
Now, also, it's the inputs actually. When you talk about the fertilizers, it's quite expensive.
Yes.
Very few people can afford it.
Okay. How much is one bag of fertilizer? Maybe D and top.
We It's for D. Just from the top of my head, I think we're talking of 35, 45. I'm talking if it's D, a bag of D and a bag of top. You're looking at close to $100 US,
Yeah.
close to that. Because if it's 35, then the other one maybe 40 or whatever.
40 or 50.
Exactly. Now, the other thing, it's not actually within the area where we stay. You actually have to go into town.
That's true.
Yes,
Money.
you need money for your bus fare. And when you bring those bags here, you need to pay for them and your transport. So, 100, let me put it this way, just for argument's sake, it's $100, plus or minus, just for two. And you have got a hectare, 2 hectares of maize or whatever crop, then you're nowhere. There are these grass, weeds, and all that. Gone are the days whereby people would come and say with their hose on their shoulders and say, please, I need to do this cold maricho and all that. Gone are the days.
Yeah.
You would need herbicides in order to control the weeds, grass, and all that. And that's another challenge. You need to buy that. And a liter, like for the selective, well, I'm not talking of Telestar. Telestar is 1 liter. I'm talking of $74 US. Telestar. Each bottle. 1 liter.
1 liter.
You can't afford that. So we go for these other selective herbicides like Nato, Sakura, Mchair, and all that. Well, they vary according to the shop. Some get them for 15, some get for 18, some they are charging 20.
Are they effective?
Very effective.
Okay.
I will take you to where I actually used it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can see for yourself. Yeah, very effective. And when you've got that, you don't need people.
Yeah.
Because when you have got like 5 people in your piece of land, they need to eat. They need breakfast, they need lunch.
That's true.
And where are you gonna get money to buy bread, sugar, and all that? You can't. So that's another big challenge. Yes.
So expensive.
It's very expensive.
Okay.
To be a farmer, unfortunately.
Especially small scale one.
Small scale one.
Because you don't get inputs on time.
Yeah, the other challenge in this area is this shamba grass.
We call it valley.
We call it, right? Yeah, in Shona we call it valley.
Oh, in English it's shamba grass.
It's shamba grass.
Wow, I didn't know about that.
It's called shamba grass. But if you have got these herbicides, if you've got nicosulfate, it actually that's actually meant for that one. And also these selective herbicides like Nato, Sakura, and all that, they actually clean it. It doesn't stand. Once you spray, you know you're done. Yes. Okay. As you can see, this once it turns yellow like this, it's gone. That's history. That's history.
So it's very effective.
It's very.
You don't need to go for the expensive one.
No, just go for the average.
You just go for the average.
That's right. Now, once I've done that, I don't even do anything. I just leave it like that. The only thing is just for me to come and inspect and see how my field is doing.
That's it.
Yes. And without giving somebody some food, without giving somebody some tea, no.
Yeah, use that money and
to buy that herbicide.
Herbicides,
That's right. You come here, you spray, you're done.
You're done.
Yes.
And you spend your day.
Exactly. Without because if it's wet, when the ground is wet like this, and you try to weed like this, then you come here. This I did it yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, but because it's raining, no matter how much I can check this to try and leave it like this. When it's raining, that one it won't get dry because of the weather.
Yeah.
But with that herbicide, it actually gets right into the roots of this.
Oh, that's what happens.
That's right. It gets right down to the roots. That's right. So once it has gone down to the roots, this thing will become history.
Oh, that's
You don't even think of it anymore. Probably right up to the harvesting time. I don't need to come here and do what? No.
are there companies out there that they can give farmers this type of herbicide?
Yeah, they are there.
They are there.
Yeah, so many companies, shops, they sell, but unfortunately, there are some which are not genuine.
Okay.
What do I mean? They just use the container, but they don't give you
The proper
exactly
chemical.
the proper thing. There is a story I heard. Somebody went out there to a shop and he bought, that was somewhere in Harare, I don't know where.
Yeah.
And he bought I think it was 5 or 10 liters of this herbicide, only to find out.
That's not
And
the
he was
real one.
going to Gokwe, I don't know how many cases, in between.
Mm.
Only to find out after spraying, there was no sign of anything. Instead, the grass was actually covering his crops. Because when you spray, it doesn't dry instantly. It gives you maybe 5 days or 7 days to see the results. You can imagine when it's raining like what is happening right now, and you have got 7 days. I tell you what, the grass will be there and your crops will be there.
That's true.
And for you to go there and make a complaint, you can't,
And
Probably
they
you
will
go
tell
there and you
we
find
don't
it.
know you because they don't give people receipts.
Even if you have
How
got
will
the
you
receipt,
claim your pay?
why should I keep that receipt? I can't.
Sometimes
So I just
just
throw it,
do,
because I've paid for what I want.
yeah.
And my expectation is to find,
The
exactly the real thing. But it's unfortunate that some people are like that.
Yeah, that's
They don't feel for other people. Yeah.
So
Yeah, self-centered,
yeah,
got my money.
they are self.
That's all. Very selfish. But it's unfortunate. Like for instance, I was telling my colleague here, I went to a shop. It's a beautiful shop. I've been going there buying
In Kadoma.
And I bought a liter of this Roundup, glyphosate.
Okay.
When you plant your seed, you spray that glyphosate before the seed germinates. It will kill all this grass.
Oh.
That one is not selective. Anything green, it destroys, which is perfect.
Yeah.
And normally, a liter, if you are putting in your spray, say 200, you can have 4 sprays. If it's 300, you can get 3 sprays plus. But in this instance, I bought it was sealed outside. I wasn't suspecting anything. Here I come, I go there, here's my spray, here's my water. When I opened it, I actually had to break the seal. But when inside the seal, it was broken. There was another seal, there was a silver seal which is attached to the bottle. You actually have to break
the original one.
The original one. That one was broken. And there was an artificial one put in there. But outside it's sealed.
It's sealed.
And I got only 2 sprays. Only 2.
That's bad.
And for me
And
now,
you are the loyal
I'm
customer.
supposed to be heading cattle. I'm supposed to be doing this. When will I go back there and complain?
Where will you get the money to go back there?
Exactly.
It will be expensive.
I don't know.
For you.
I cannot blame the shop owner. I'm not blaming anyone. But somewhere, somehow, someone was not honest enough.
Yeah. Maybe the supplier.
Could be. Anything is possible. Because everybody is hungry for money.
Yeah.
They do anything under the sun. That's life. You have to learn to live with it.